right, am I live? I think I am live. Yep, I am live. Right. Hi everyone, if there is anyone. Let me to get... Alright. How you... I want to see the chat. How you put the chat on? I mean, there's no one in the chat, but how you put it on? All right. View 0. Settings. So today I wanna, the plan is to talk about how I came to conclusion that I want to build, like, I want to do storytelling, basically. I mean, I have this like monthly cycle of going back and forth, like I want to be a businessman, I want to do like tech, because I like to build products and I like tech. But then every time I go deeper, I'm like, nah, I just, something, just my intuition tells me I don't want to go back to this. I really don't. And I want to stick to storytelling, to visual storytelling. And this is one of the reasons why I'm doing this YouTube channel, is because I want to, I want to do the storytelling. And what I'm thinking is in manga format, to tell my stories in manga format. And I even participated already, as I mentioned before, in one already competition, the silent manga competition. And so I I want to continue doing that. And there's many different angles how I can do this. And I mean, I'm not like a super draftsman, right? I'm not like a king of drawings or king of writing yet. But I'm thinking, how can I utilize all the tools, and how can I get in and do what is required to do. And this is, I guess, be consistent and just follow my goal, which is break into visual storytelling with my stories. And but it's really vague. Like, this is a really vague goal, and that's probably one of the big challenges for me, is how can I start? And it's like, it's almost like procrastination in a way, but like, anyways, one of the things that I started to do is I started researching like the how others, like I even made like a deep a deep, like, you know, the what is the name of it, ChatGPT, the ChatGPT here, the ChatGPT deep research about similar path, basically, like how basically how indie manga publishing works, and to make a deep research and give me examples and all this stuff about past experiences and like how it works and how potentially it will work. Here, let me bring something here. Yeah, here it is. Solo indie manga comic creation and comprehensive guide. And I haven't read it before. I haven't read it yet, but I another one that I how I came to this one. I kind of was thinking maybe I will basically share how I make my comic with using AI, and not like AI draw for me, but like utilizing it. AI can be utilized without stealing IP and like triggering everyone around. You can use it. It's similar way that you use Photoshop instead of your hands, or 3D modeling, whatever. Like, I mean, when I was making my when I was making that manga, one of the things that I feared, because I drew it manually, was screen tones. Like when you put screen tones, like the backgrounds, because this is the most annoying thing, and it's done by mangaka's assistants. And I was pleasantly surprised by how well this feature is automated by Clip Studio. My God, it's like you basically like, I want this area to be this, like use this background, like, and you just set it up and bam, bam, 2 seconds. I mean, few seconds basically. Something that would take minutes, and you learn, and then basically it's waste of time. Waste of time if you can do it, because sorry, the hardest thing is to come up with the creativity, come up with the idea, right? It's like the hardest part is to come up with actual story, and story that is good story as well, not just story. And I was planning to maybe, what if I make a channel, like, you know, like and share my, like, I have ideas about like stories, and I create them, and I basically share everything live, what I do, and then like others can learn from me, I can learn from others. And going back and forth, I was brainstorming with my friend Gemini from Google and ChatGPT, and I even like made a research about what potential products can be built, and there was some actually very interesting findings, to be honest. Like for example, I, yeah, here it is. Is it here? One second. Solo indie manga creation. Isn't it what this is? Solo indie manga creation comprehensive guide. Yes, that's what it is. 1 second. Close that one. Open that one. Sorry. I think it's worth it. AI sci-fi product research. Yeah, so I was making this research about AI manga creation analysis. What was it? It was I need comprehensive the all right. This one. And the other one was this one. 1 second. I promise you it's worth it. Hey, Nami, Hank. Sorry, my dogs are going crazy. Hank, Nami. All right. Hank, Nami. Shh. Yeah, my dogs they hate mailman. I mean, they hate anyone who is around the door. Okay, I found it. So I made this research like it's objective, conduct a deep dive competitive analysis of the AI assisted manga comic creation space, focus on identifying tools, educational resources, successful creators, and community sentiment, particularly concerning AI as an assistant inspiration tool rather than a replacement of artists. So, and some very interesting findings here in the end. I mean, it wasn't generally good, but like gaps, opportunities in the AI assisted workflow. Like basically, these are some things, some potential tools that can be built because of these gaps. Character consistency and story continuity. Basically, the AI now generates whatever AI generates right now. It's not the characters are not consistent. You make one prompt and if you do another prompt, the face looks different or something looks different. And if this will be fixed, that would be amazing. And also the gap of story consistency as well, not only character. So yeah, an opportunity exists for an AI system that can ingest an entire comic script and reference designs and produce a sequence panel with locked character identities and evolving backgrounds. Yeah, the background evolving, all this. So basically, right now, that's why I'm kind of like 50-50 about hate on AI for like art. I mean, I guess it's because it didn't consume my art and learned on it. I might feel different if it did. But like my opinion is, I think it's a tool, and now basically I feel like an art director. I can do whatever I can. I mean, I'm gonna use it as like a reference. I'm not gonna use it like, hey, here's totally generated image by AI, and I will use them. No, I don't even like the most of the time that what it creates, and it's hard to control it. Like, you know, you ask it, and there's so much randomness, which is sometimes cool, but like not all the time it's cool. I like the control that I have when I draw it myself. But I don't like the limitation that I have, because I haven't practiced enough years to be like at the level that I want to be in drawing. And I can use it as a reference also to inspire me about some composition, suggest like, instead of me like making mock-ups, I can ask it to make, here's the like a man and a girl put them in like different space, like landscape on the planet, like suggest me 5 different composition, and then I can pick one and I can get inspired and get, yeah, you know what, I don't even want them on the planet, what if I put them here, what if I did that? So it's a great prototyping tool. Let me put it this way, it's like an amazing prototyping tool. It's like a 3D printers, you know. I have because I have hardware background, I know that there's a lot of hype around 3D printers, but 3D printers, at least at this point, they will never replace industrial level of production, like, you know, like in Star Trek, like when you say and it just generates whatever you say. It's really far from us, but it's a good prototyping tool. So if I have an idea, I can quickly make it on 3D printer, try it, test it, and like then if it works and if it's needed, I can then go and produce 10,000 of them, which requires significantly higher investment. And similar here, you quicker prototype with AI, way quicker, and the quality of prototype is way higher. So yeah, I think it's a great prototype tool. And for panel composition here, I think the panel composition and layout automation, basically what it says is, while some tools assist with panel layout, there isn't yet a mature solution that helps artists plan dynamic comic layout with AI. Laying out panels is an art itself. Yes, it is. Many AI outputs are single illustration. Yeah, AI is not good at this. Again, I wouldn't want to delegate this stuff to AI. I actually like, for example, paneling. It's like, or frames in movies or like motion pictures or cartoons. I like to do it myself. I think this is kind of like a cool part of job. Why would you give it to anyone? But you can do storyboards. Like if you can get some ideas quickly, and then based on this idea you can make your own. Like you can get a reference. It's a great reference. I mean, text and lettering integration, yeah, but like it's bad with text, but it's getting better with text. But it definitely can help you with dialogue, or like, yeah, like whatever involves words, AI is really good at it, and it can help you. AI for line art and inking style. Yeah, many comic artists have distinct inking and line art. Current image AI often produces painterly or smooth digital art which can stand out from traditional line drawn comics. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. I like hand drawn things because you literally can feel the pulse of the artist, because when you draw, you have a pulse, and it's translated to your lines. While AI lines they kind of like spookily perfect, and I mean, I'm sure it will be resolved, but yeah, this is another thing. Like, for example, a manga artist could sketch loosely and have the AI produce finished pen style line work based on like my line work. I'm not sure I wanted to do it at the level that I am now, but yeah, anyways. Oh wow. Okay. High quality background generation with depth consistency. Yeah. Artists often know that AI backgrounds can look great individually, but lack depth consistency when used across panels. Perspective might subtly change, or details vanish. Yeah, it's like it can create one, but like when you move around it, like when you move around the set, imagine that background is set. It has hard times with like seeing it like 3D-dimensionally. So yeah, that makes sense. As AI and 3D converges, we'll likely see products that allow generate this room in comic style. Now rotate in 30 degrees for panel 2. Like you say, and it just it turns. Yeah, that feature is coming. Ethical AI models dataset for comics is one glaring gap is the lack of broadly acceptable ethical trained dataset for comic manga art. Most common current anime manga style models are trained on scrapped images, which is not great. If an opportunity here is for industry players or consortia to create licensed data sets, for example, data set of backgrounds that photographers or artists contribute with the permission or dataset figure drawing specifically meant for AI training. Yeah, this is, I mean, this is like, I guess this is the future, I assume. But it requires a lot of kind of effort and community. But I think this will happen. Uh, Project like Tezuka AI manga, basically, by the way, led by Tezuka Osamu Tezuka son. So he's like a god of manga. If you didn't know, Google him if you want. Scaling the idea, perhaps the company could partner with veteran manga artists to train AI on their styles with revenue sharing. For example, imagine an officially licensed clamp style manga AI or Marvel Comics background generator. Yeah, it's, I don't know how it works, but like, yeah, there definitely conversation should keep going, because this one side is being robbed, but how to make money on it? I mean, and how to track it? That's just it's a big challenge. I mean, James Cameron, for example, I saw his recent interview. He said that like he thinks there shouldn't be issue with copyrights, because he's like, I learned based on movies of like Stanley Kubrick and all of those, and I use a lot of techniques that I got from them. It's like my choice, my point of view that is unique, how I use it. It's not that like I just copy and paste. I and I kind of tend to agree with this, that like it's, imagine that like, yes, you kind of made this image based on their style, but like you have your eyes and your style is your camera, but like you, if you just like, if your camera is like a copy, just like a scanner, copy scanner, then yeah, then you'll get sued, and it's wrong. But if you get inspired by it, or if you just used part of it, I mean, that the same way that previous artists did. They learned from someone else. They didn't come up with it like from zero. So yeah, I mean, the first artist, he drew nature. I mean, he borrowed from nature. So yeah, the debate is keep going, is ongoing, and I think there we will come to some interesting conclusions. Enhanced collaboration and version control tools. Comic creation is often iterative. Artists go through thumbnails, drafts, inks, edits. Current AI tools sometimes operate in vacuums. There is an opportunity for an AI comic tool that has a workflow management aspect. That's actually a great idea. That keeps track of your previous generations, helps you organize panels, maybe even uses an AI memory to ensure consistency. Remember the woman's hair. That's okay. And where multiple team members, writer, artist, colorist can interface with the AI, could be valuable. For instance, a writer could adjust the prompt for scene description while an artist adjusts the style. Yeah, tools that allow multi-user collaboration with the AI on comics. Perhaps a web app could fill the gap. This aligns with the assistant concept, AI being a shared assistant for a team, not just individual tool. Yeah, that is actually a great idea, because I mean, right now it's all scattered, and I think this tool is coming. It's coming soon, but then again, we will have issues that like AI of one tool talking with AI of another. But I'm pretty sure there will be a solution as well. Anyway, this is definitely a good opportunity. Addressing the soul and creative aspect. One often heard gap is that AI art, while impressive, can feel derivative or lack intentional storytelling. There is opportunity on improving AI to better understand narrative context. For example, making the AI aware of the story emotion. If a scene is a climax, perhaps the AI could emphasize drama in composition. If a quiet moment, use softer detail. Currently, only the human can ensure their art matches the story tone. That's interesting. That is very interesting. And I think it's coming as well. You can script it through, like, you can add extra layer of code that does it. Like, you prompt, and there are, like, you add certain parameters and then they are used consistently, or like you add a step where it reads your script, ChatGPT or whatever other AI reads your script first, and then it answers, and then the script asks ChatGPT questions based on this part of story. What's the tone? What's this? What's that? And then uses the answer to generate that background. So it's kind of doable manually, making like a chain of, making it like a chain, like they do with AI agents right now. It's not that like AI came up with all of it themselves. No, it's like there are like steps in. It's like more like AI, then script AI, and then in the end you don't see it. It's under the hood. That's how like the AI agents work. This kind of high-level integration of narrative AI and visual AI is an opportunity area academia and industry can explore. Yeah, community and training resources gap. While there are many tutorials, they can quickly become outdated due to rapid change. There is space to dedicated knowledge hub for official resources center for AI comic creation, something like AI Comic University. Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, honestly, you just need to know how to use AI, and it's such an adaptable tool. You can just ask the question, it will answer. But sometimes I agree, sometimes you don't know what to ask. Yeah, this type of tool kind of can be generated, but like, why do I need a library while I can have a genius guide that has this library in his head, and I just ask the question and it just gives me the answer? I have library because I need to search for answers, for book with the answers or for file with the answers, while having this genius who has the library in his head, I can just ask question and they give me the answer. So the problem is knowing the answer as well, or knowing what to ask. And when you have the platform, it's kind of like has some guides, or you can ask, guide me how to do it. Whatever. These are basically like some gaps that it provided, that are exist in intersection of AI and comic manga market. Because I was thinking, how can I maybe create with AI and then teach and share my experience with AI? So yeah, that is what I was working on. And wow, I'm actually like speaking, and it's kind of like, it takes a lot of energy. I don't know how guys like I Show Speed does for hours. That is crazy. That is crazy. So yeah, and what else I wanted to share? Oh yeah, so in AI Sci-Fi monetization opportunity, in the following research identifies high potential opportunities at the intersection of AI. One second. My God. One second. Each opportunity addresses unmet needs in sci-fi community and suggests low-ticket products. Yeah, one second. One second. That's funny. Yeah, and the following the following is basically unmet need. The following research identifies high potential. Sorry guys, I just needed to check something. The following research identifies high potential opportunities at the intersection of AI, sci-fi content creation, and online distribution. Each opportunity addresses unmet needs in sci-fi. Oh my God, sorry. Yeah, basically I was checking like what are potential ways I can monetize or do something and monetize, like in sci-fi and AI assisted content creation. And What it came up with? Opportunity AI assisted manga comic creation toolkit, AI powered world building story development tools, AI generated sci-fi art packs and assets, AI driven sci-fi story games and interactive experience. These are all big projects. AI augmented sci-fi mystery detective kids. Conclusion. The above opportunities highlight that the current AI tools can unlock new products at the intersection of AI, sci-fi, and online content that weren't feasible before. In each case, we identify a passionate subgroup of users, sci-fi artists, world builders, indie storytellers, interactive fiction fans, mystery solvers, with unmet needs and demonstrated willingness to pay for solution. I mean, yeah. So what I was trying to do with this research is I was trying to find some product that I can maybe create with intersection of sci-fi and AI while I was like, because you can't make money on stories immediately, but then I realized that am I falling into am I falling into my comfort zone basically? Because what I mean by comfort zone, this is like what I do, right? What I'm used to do is building products. And one second, let me quickly drink. Sorry. And I realized that, like, am I procrastinating? Am I running to my comfort zone by building the product while I was planning to make stories? So yeah, and then I realized that, like, there is some discrepancy here, and I decided to not to build anything, but to write, and to find a way to write and create and just stream what I do and how I do it. But one idea that I came up with recently, like, one of the things that kind of interested me. I was listening to Isaac Asimov, The Case of Steel. Wow, what a story! I love it. It's if you haven't experienced it, like, I strongly recommend. It's about the detective, and he basically investigates the murder with a robot that is identical to that looks like identical to humans, but in the society that is very wary of robots, and, like, because they're replacing them. It's like, it's an extremely clever, philosophical, and beautiful way of telling the story, and it's also a detective, a brilliant, interesting detective. So anyways, I was listening to it again, and I'm like, well, I can't find the way, the audiobook that I wanted, the voice that I wanted, and they remove them immediately from YouTube when someone uploads. And I mean, I don't wanna. The last thing I want is to pay to Amazon. Not that I'm okay to pay, but I don't think it's worth $20, and I don't want to pay to Amazon, and I don't want to pay Amazon because they also can just remove it, and I don't own it. It's kind of like it's bullshit. And I start thinking, what if I, and also in general for reference, because, like, for reference, if there would be a platform where you have all the sci-fi books like in one place, or, like, not all of them, but the ones that, like, for example, the ones that I like, and make a platform where, and I start with Isaac Asimov, and I just add the books and I add information about each, and then add links to audiobooks, and just like make a reference and make it like a community. I'm not sure, like I actually want to discuss this with that's what that's what I wanted to discuss in the first place. I wanted to discuss it with our friend AI. Let's turn on maybe GPT. Yeah, let's go with GPT. So I am thinking here. We need to give it a context, right? Manga and then motion picture. I want to be a visual storyteller, manga and then motion picture potentially. I have a consumer hardware background. I founded company and built world-class consumer product. Anyway, there's a lot of typos. Typing is not my strengths. And I want to share while I create my story via YouTube and my blog and my personal website /blog. I was thinking, I look around a lot for references. What if I created a platform where you can find the sci-fi books or movies or manga or comics? I mean, because like sci-fi comics, like Jodorowsky is like Incal. Oh, it's mind blowing. And with stories inside, like some reviews, links to audiobooks, for example, all in one place. And maybe even add AI agent in to ask questions. Something like this. I want I came up with this idea while I was searching for audio book for Asimov's Naked Sun, and couldn't find what I want, and available options were too expensive. It doesn't make sense. So imagine give me a feedback on idea and break it down step by step how to execute. Give me a feedback about the idea. Pros, con, how to execute, who is target customer, who is target audience, and how it is relevant for my main goal. Be brutally honest. I mean, there are different ways I could have asked it, like, pretend to be some like world-class business coach or something, but like, here, let's see what it will say. Absolutely, I give you a direct, honest breakdown. Your idea is ambitious, it has real potential, but it also faces significant challenges. Let's break it down. Okay, let's break it down. Your main goal, you want to be a visual storyteller, manga, the motion picture, and you want to share your creative journey via YouTube. 1 second, let me turn off this thing because it makes this light makes this crazy sound, like it's like helicopter. Did it anyhow affect? No, it didn't. There's like literally zero effect. I mean, my face is kind of affected, no? Here, 1 sec. Let me hang. Yeah, I'm back, sorry. So, yeah, your main goal, you want to be a visual storyteller, right? And you want to share your creative journey via YouTube on your website. Relevance of the platform. The platform Sci-Fi Discovery View Assistant, it's adjacent to your main goal, not directly aligned. It could build an audience of sci-fi fans which overlap with your target readers, viewers. However, building a platform is a huge project and could distract from your core creative work. Platform idea breakdown. What do you describe? A discovery platform for sci-fi books, movies, manga, comics, includes reviews, links to audiobooks, maybe AI-powered Q&A, all in one place for fans to find and discuss sci-fi stories. What's good? Solve the real problem. Sci-fi discovery is fragmented, could attract a passionate niche audience. AI assistant is differentiator. What's hard? Content licensing, competing with giants. Building a platform is a full-time job, not a side project. Monetization is tough unless you have a massive traffic. Yeah. Yep. Target audience sci-fi fans, people looking to recommendation, reviews, and discussion, possible creators looking for inspiration or references. Yep. Step-by-step execution, validate the idea, build a community, prototype the platform, monetization grows, scale up. Yeah, I'm not gonna read the details. You can freeze then later and check the if you're interested. I mean, right now no one is watching, so if you ever will watch it, you can use the I think this is better. And it's my dog. I'm making sure that he doesn't destroy the flowers. Recommended path. Focus on your storytelling. Make your manga document the process. Build your personal brand. Share your journey. Use YouTube and talk about your influences, favorite sci-fi, and what you're learning. Test the platform idea as a side project. Start with a curated newsletter or blog. If it takes off, consider building it out. Leverage AI for your own work first. Summary. Your main goal, be a creator, not a platform builder. Platform idea. Interesting but risky. Hank! Sorry, that was my dog is like, we're trying to grow the flowers and my dog is trying actively to destroy those flowers. Anyways, use the platform idea, be a creator, not a platform builder. Interesting but risky and distracting. Use the platform idea to support your creative journey, not to replace it. So, yeah, the conclusion of this is that my brain is actively trying to find a way to not write or create, but to build. It's so weird. And I need to somehow resist it. I need to find a way to basically keep creating and not doing this bullshit thing with I want to build this and I want to build that. Yeah. It's interesting how our brain works. My brain is actively trying to fall into a comfort zone of like, I want to build that, instead of like two more important things, that creating and selling and putting yourself in the arena. It's a trap. It's an interesting and a cool way to use AI, is just to bounce ideas this way. I strongly recommend. Anyways, I will end up today's stream with, let me add open image in the new tab. The Caves of Steel. Yeah. Is there a better picture? God, this is so amazing. How about this one? Nah. No. I need a thumbnail. This one looks like a cool thumbnail. Let me. No. Yeah, Asimov, The Caves of Steel. Yeah, so that's where I am, and I think that's all I wanted to share. And see you in my next stream. If anyone watches this ever, thank you. Bye bye.